Okay, when you're finished raking a bunker, what do you do with the rake? Do you place it inside or outside the bunker? Are there rules or guidelines that govern the placement of rakes? It's a common question among golfers because no matter where you place that rake, inside or outside the bunker, it'll still be in a position to influence golf balls rolling its way. So what's the rule? Well, there is no rule, which of course is what leads to the confusion. However, the governing bodies do provide some guidance on the question. In the committee procedures section of the Rules of Golf, in the section dealing with course marking, the USGA and R&A write that there is not a perfect answer for the position of rakes, and it's a matter for each committee to decide whether it has rakes placed in or out of bunkers. It's likely that your golf club or course has such a decision in place, so the first thing to do is ask the golf course for its policy on rake placement, if they have one. Then simply follow that policy. And if the course does not have a policy or you're unable to find anyone who knows what it is, while there aren't any official rules about rake placement, there are rules of thumb and guidelines provided by the R&A and USGA in the committee procedures. While recognizing that the positioning of rakes is at the committee's discretion, it is recommended that the rakes should be left outside bunkers in areas where they are least likely to affect the movement of the ball. That is the ultimate conclusion of governing bodies' guidance on rake position. Leave the rakes outside the bunker, unless instructed otherwise by the golf course you are playing or by tournament organizers. It's true that a rake placed outside the bunker might cause a golf ball to careen into the bunker. It is less likely but possible that a rake already in the bunker might cause a ball to careen out of the bunker. More likely though, when a rake inside a bunker influences the ball, is the possibility that the ball will come to rest against or even on top of its teeth are pointing up the rake. It may be argued that there is more likelihood of a ball being deflected into or kept out of a bunker if the rake is placed outside the bunker. It could also be argued that if the rake is in the bunker, it's most unlikely that the ball will be deflected out of the bunker. However, in practice, players who leave rakes in bunkers frequently leave them at the side of the bunker, which tends to stop a ball rolling into the flat part of the bunker, resulting in a much more difficult shot than would otherwise have been the case. When the ball comes to rest on or against the rake in the bunker and the player must proceed under Rule 15.2, it may not be possible to replace the ball in the same spot or find a spot in the bunker which is not near the hole. But what about placing the rakes in the middle of the bunker, where they won't be able to stop a ball on the bunker's sloping sides? The R&A and USGA addresses that scenario too. If rakes are left in the middle of the bunker, the only way to position them is to throw them into the bunker, and this causes indentations in the sand. Also, if a rake is in the middle of a large bunker, it is either not used or the player is obliged to rake a large area of the bunker when retrieving the rake, resulting in unnecessary delay. The Golf Course Superintendents Association of America further recommends that rakes outside the bunker be placed lying flat on the ground, tines up, and parallel to the hole's direction of play. The conclusion of the governing body's guidance on rake position is this. Therefore, after considering all these aspects and while recognizing that the positioning of rakes is at the committee's discretion, it is recommended that rakes should be left outside bunkers in areas where they are least likely to affect the movement of the ball. However, a committee may decide to position rakes inside bunkers to make it easier for maintenance staff to cut fairways and bunkers. Follow the guidelines in place at the golf course or in place of your tournament. If such guidelines are not in place or you're unable to learn what they are, then place rakes outside bunkers parallel to the direction of play on that hole. And that's that.